I don't know about you, but it strikes me that we seem to be in a world where everybody seems to be arguing amongst each other, whether it be in the workplace, in the streets, online. Doesn't seem to matter, wherever you go, there seems to be people arguing with each other. And it does make me wonder why we let so much negativity into our lives. And I suppose what I'm trying to say is, for people who want to live a more even keeled life, who want a life that isn't so negative all the time, you have to put some shields around you so that you can deflect all of the rubbish that's going on in the world and keep yourself on that even keel. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. If you're new to the channel, my name's James, and I've been doing YouTube for a couple of years now, spreading encouragement, if you like, a bit of uplift to your lives as you go on your merry way. And the subject I'm talking about today seems so important at the moment. I don't know about you, but do you know people that light up the room? Sometimes it's when they come into it, and other times it's when they leave. Well, what I'm talking about is putting a little protection band around yourself so that you don't have to put up with all the negativity. But what it involves you having to do, really, is to put yourself apart from it. Take yourself away from it. Disassociate yourself with those kinds of people. And it's not only people, it's the telly as well, and the news and newspapers and all that sort of stuff. Sometimes it's better to turn the telly off or just watch something that you know isn't going to get to you, like the news, for instance. Social media is no different. If you look on social media, I don't know about you, but every day that I look on social media, I see someone arguing from some political standpoint, one way or the other. And it just gets me down, which is why I spend so little time on social media these days. I used to be on it all the time. Now I'm hardly ever on it. I go on it in the morning, check it out, see whose birthday it is, wish them happy birthday, and pretty much come off of it. And then you've got to look at your friends. And you have many friends who, like yourself, all have different thoughts and ways of going on. You have people who are quite jolly, are quite positive, and always uplift you when you walk into the room or when you spend any time with them. They're people that you look forward to seeing. On the other hand, and sadly, this comes a lot in your family, you'll find people who can cause a lot of negativity. I know I have my moments when I'm one of those. And so I'm very aware of it happening. But it's not only the negativity of what's going on around the world now. There are people in your life at this precise moment who would love to see you move on in life, as long as it's not in front of them. There are people who see you as their general dog's body, who will ask you to do stuff for them, and you will be doing all the time. But if you ever ask them to do for you, well, they're probably really busy and can't help you at the moment. They're the kind of people that you don't need in your life. Because what you're talking about, and what I'm talking about, is finding your tribe. It's those people who uplift you, are helpful, people you like to help. They're your supporters when things are down. They're the people who put their arm around your shoulder and lift you up. And those are the kinds of people that in this day and age, more than ever, you need to surround yourself with. There are too many people who will quite willingly let you do everything for them, and they'll expect it. They will want you to be at their beck and call when they want to meet up, They'll want to talk about themselves and what's going on in their lives. The minute you start to talk about what's going on in yours, you'll notice that they change the subject and get it back to them. So often and so usual to see these days. It seems to me that the world is becoming more selfish. I don't know what's caused it, but it certainly seems to be getting worse as time goes on. It's a really weird thing, and it's something that we're seeing more and more often. And you'll have friends who, when you're talking to, will ever so funnily put you down. And you'll notice after a while that they do it quite a lot. And they seem quite happy to be jokey about it. And it's all good fun, except for when you're on the other end of it. There is so much of it going on. You really need to be selective with who you spend your time with and who you're attentive to. Sadly, if you're at work, you don't have much choice about the matter. You're always going to find there are people at work who are just like that. And what you need to do is separate yourself from them whenever you can. You're going to find in your social groups that there will be people who want to be top dog. And you will have to bow down and be very pliable in order to fit in. I've been in these groups, and I've got to say, it doesn't work for me. I'm very much a loner, and I probably think that's why. I don't like to play games. I've never liked it. And yet social groups are very much like it. It's the same with clubs and associations and all that sort of thing. You will always find it going on. I know I can remember it over the years often. And so what today's video really is about is making up your mind that you want to have a more positive life. It means that, like I said, turning off the news, not reading the papers, separating yourself from friends. That may be hard to do because they may have been friends for years and years and years. But what you have to do is do it for your own good, for your own mental health. Sometimes you need to be more selective in who you spend your time with. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Because if you can spend one day without being wound up, you're already better off. If you get to spend an hour not being wound up, that's good too. And so what you need to do really is, as you go about your day, make a mental note. Write it down in a piece of paper if you have to. But make a mental note of the people that leave you feeling worse than when they came into your day. If you're finding it's happening quite often, then you need to make that move and decide that you're no longer part of that group or part of that friendship. Because a friendship that doesn't make you feel good isn't a good friendship. And that's all I've got to really say today. So if you'd like to look over there, there'll be another video for tomorrow. This is day 15 of the challenge. We're halfway through. What are we going to be talking about tomorrow? Your guess is as good as mine. See you there.